Hey, check out this wall here. It was made with the blocks that we manufacture. On top, there are also drip caps, see? So, all of this, we make it right here in our factory. And this wall over here, it was also made with blocks that we manufacture. It's a different kind of block, it's a solid block. Over here, there are also some U blocks that we use to build structures. We make all of this right here in our factory. Let me show you the other products. Come with me. And here, you can see practically all the products we make. There's a series of U blocks, and each one has a specific function. See, the J block, there's the U block, the larger U block, the smaller U block. Here are some blocks that are 20 centimeters high. Over there, a 1 meter block, a half meter block, the drip caps. Solid blocks. We carefully make all of this in our own factory, and we deliver and distribute it to several different cities here in our local region. And with this technology, we build, see, this small 2-story house here in just 7 days. It took 7 days for us to go from the foundation, pour the 2 slabs, and have the structure of this house completed. Now, the best part of all this is, you can also make the same blocks we manufacture right there in your own city. And you can do construction projects the exact same way we do. And to do that, you just need to join our training. Come with me now, and we'll take a tour inside the training so you can see how it works. Let's go. So, as soon as you complete your registration for our training, you'll receive a login and password to access this system right here. This is our members area, where you'll find all the lessons, all the modules, all the downloadable materials, and here you'll learn how to make blocks just like the ones we make here. Look how interesting this is. Here on the left side, you have the name of the training, Mastering the Manufacturing of Cellular Concrete Blocks, and you have all the modules that are included in this program. Module 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 modules. When you log in, you immediately have access to Module 1 and Module 2, which is where you'll prepare the foundation to progress through this training. And so on, each week, new modules will be released. And why do we do this? Because we've learned from experience. When we release the entire training all at once, people struggle to progress. They jump to the end, go back to the beginning, and they don't do the activities. At the end of each module, take a look. Each module has a series of lessons, many lessons, step by step, detail by detail. And at the end, there are the activities. This is a lesson just showing the activities you'll need to complete when you finish the module. And each module has a series of activities, which are activities that you will perform to set up your factory. It's already part of the planning for starting your factory, preparing the supplies, layout, factory design. You will carry out all of this in the activities. So this sequence needs to be followed. Each week you will study a new module. And you will learn new concepts, new processes, and in the end you will complete the activities. Only when you complete all of this will you be ready to move on to the next module. That's why we set a 1-week delay between modules, which is the time you need to study, review, solidify your knowledge, and complete all the activities. If you can do this, manage to complete all classes and all activities every week, what will happen? By the end of the training, you will have all the equipment and the entire structure ready to manufacture the best cellular concrete blocks in Brazil. So, do you want to run? Want to see quick results? This is the best way because it only has 5 modules. However, it's 4 weeks. In the first week, you will already have access to Module 1. This is just an introduction. There's a more important lesson with very fundamental instructions for the training, explaining how the training will be structured. That's the second lesson, and then I'll explain how our members area works. For those who have never purchased training through Hotmart, it's important to watch this lesson to see everything I'm showing you in this video. And there's a class called You Through Our Factory, where I show in detail how our factory works for those who have never seen a factory up close. In this video, I walk through the entire factory, showing in detail how the whole factory works, and you'll have access to every little detail and how our production works. Over the next modules, you'll learn how to implement all of this in your city. Awesome. So here, in the first week you will study Module 1, which is the introduction. It doesn't cover any more in-depth knowledge, and you will study Module 2 and complete the activities of Module 2. Is it closed? Next week you will study Module 3. There is another series of classes and knowledge that you have to watch, review, take notes, ask questions, and only when you have completed that, then you will do the activities of Module 3. Below the lessons, you'll find the video description, comments, chat, and download links. Some lessons have download links. Let me see one that has this lesson defined in the drawing. There's a spreadsheet here with a table where I guide you on how to define the best drawing for your production, and below that is the table for download. So some lessons will have downloadable tables, spreadsheets, physical files, manuals, and summaries of standards. So, when you watch the lesson, you scroll down, there's the lesson description explaining what the lesson will cover. There's a file to download, some have them, others don't. So you scroll down and see if there's anything to download. And down here, you can add your comments. You can write if you liked it, if you didn't, if you have a question, what you need to learn beyond this. And as soon as possible, I'll answer you. So all the modules are like this, look. Lessons, and at the end, activities. Now, this Module 4 doesn't have activities. Why? Because it's in Module 4 that you'll learn how to produce, how to prepare all your equipment. Look. How to make the foam generator. There's a lesson here explaining how you'll make your foam generator. And down here, a detailed list of components, prices, and assembly sequence. So it's very straightforward, you see. Mold models, look. There's Mold Model 1.0, Mold Model 3.0, 4.0. So there are several models for you to choose the one that best suits your production. There are cheaper molds, more expensive ones, more advanced, lower cost ones. So, depending on your investment capacity, you can start with a simpler, cheaper mold. Or you can start with a more advanced, more sophisticated one. You get to choose. Molds for half blocks, molds for 20 centimeter blocks, molds for solid blocks, how to make the molds for the lowest cost. This is an instruction on how you'll proceed in negotiating with suppliers so you can save as much as possible on the manufacturing of the molds. Everything is detailed, all meticulously planned to help you. Start manufacturing the cellular concrete blocks in the safest, fastest, and most economical way possible. And here, in Module 5, you'll finally see the practical side, how you'll produce all the blocks that we manufacture here. Look. Unmolding the blocks, lubricating the molds, filling the molds, production of channel blocks, production of drip caps. Everything is detailed here for you to follow and progress within this program. There's no way it can go wrong. Everything that's recorded here in this program is the same procedure we use here in our factory. So you just have to follow it to the letter. Follow it to the letter, lesson by lesson, everything I'm going to explain to you in this training. And in the end, you'll have the same knowledge that we have to make the blocks here. So you just have to do it, and it will work for you too, the same way it works here for me. And to finish, the cherry on top, the bonus module, look. You'll get this for free, all these bonuses, look. You'll get the formula for how to make our foaming agent. All the ingredients, how you'll process our additive. And you'll spend around 3 reais per liter on this additive. Here below is the list of components, production sequence. And if you were to buy it, just the additive, if you were to buy it on the market, you'd spend around 15, 20. I've even seen additives for 50 reais a liter. For 1 liter of additive, you'll spend in that range. And if you join our training, you'll get our formula. That makes a fantastic additive. We produce all our blocks using this additive, and I spend less than 3 reais to make each liter. So, just from the savings on the additive, you'll more than make back your investment in this program, which is infinitely less than the value this training adds to your work. So, a friendly piece of advice, if you try to do everything on your own, you'll spend a lot more money on tests and adjustments. You'll spend a lot more money acquiring equipment, molds, and a foam generator, which is also expensive on the market. Here, you'll learn how to make your own foam generator for around 300, 400 reais. And for the entire life of your production, you'll spend a ton of money buying additive. Whereas, by being here in our training, you'll make your own additive at a very low cost, which will have very little impact on the final cost of your block. And the result of all this is that your block will be much cheaper, you'll be able to sell it for less to your client, and you'll have much more profit in this business. Alright. So that's exactly what you're going to receive by participating in our advanced program. If you're interested in joining, remember that registrations are open for now. This week, unfortunately, I'll have to close registrations because we're already filling up this class. And next week, I need to dedicate myself entirely to the progress of all the students in this program. So, you only have this week to make your decision. If you don't decide to join this training and later want to join, I don't know if you'll have the opportunity. I don't know if we'll have registrations open. And most importantly, I don't know if you'll have access to the 2,500 Reis discount. You'll only pay 50% of the total value of this training. So, take advantage, hurry now, secure your spot, because at any moment, the class will fill up and I'll have to close registrations. Alright, the link is down below. Access it, watch the video where I explain in detail how the training works, and I hope you make the right decision, and I'll see you inside the advanced training. I want to answer your questions and I want to see you manufacturing the best blocks in Brazil in the shortest amount of time. My name is Tiago Melo. I'll see you in the next video.